Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. It's TWD Gaming here with quite an interesting video. So this is the cut items. Now what I mean by that, these are items that were supposed to be in the game, but they never made it. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to get them and also how they work and everything else about them because they quite are interesting. Now before we get into the weapons, I'm going to show you one of the most useful things for content creation. It's the miner hat. So when you get this stuff, there's a miner hat that you have basically drop on the ground and then pick it up and it goes onto your head. Basically how it works is the flashlight isn't mounted to your chest anymore if you don't want it. If you take your flashlight, put it over your head, and let go, it is now mounted to my head. So wherever I look with my head, flashlight goes. Pretty helpful. Now, the first weapon we're going to look at is the Burst Fire FS92M Burst Fire 9mm. This was kind of the skin of the SMGs, but this was also supposed to be in-game. Now, we have a 65 round magazine plus the 1 round in here. Also, the durability on this thing says it's bad, but it's unlimited. That's one of the nice things about it. This thing also has the fastest fire rate out of any gun. Look at this. Shoots very fast. There's a handle you can use. It's kind of wonky. You have to learn how to use it. That is the Burst Fire FSM92 or whatever. We'll put that on our hip. Same thing, but suppressed. You can put a suppressor on this, but not a laser sight. It's just like pretty much suppressed of the other version. So let's throw this in our bag. The next thing, my personal favorite out of the list, is the Professor, also known as Lee's Axe. And if you don't know who Lee is, he's the main character of Season 1 of the Telltale series, The Walking Dead. This is his axe from it. It's very iconic. As you can see, it's got the fatter head for the axe, and it's got a different kind of wood handle. Also, I find that this thing is way easier for decapitations against zombies and humans. So I really like the Professor or Lee's Axe. Next item are these rainbow knives. Now, if you've been a Saints and Sinners fan for a while, you know that back in Saints and Sinners 1 days, two of these were found by where you would go talk to May in the prison yard. They were only there for a few days or weeks, I'm not sure, somebody correct me on that, but you could get these, 2 of them, back in the day. But basically, I like to call them the rainbow knives. They're really nice. They don't have any stats, but they do have like a certain durability. They don't last forever. Now, probably the most useless and the weirdest one yet is the two-handed chainsaw. Now, I think the point of this was for left-handed players, because then you can kind of work it like it's a left-hand thing, but you kind of can't, and it's super weird. Like, you can't really... You pull it, and it's weird. I guess you could use it for left-hand players like this, but it doesn't really make much sense, in my opinion. So I think this wasn't really a good idea for a weapon, and this one, I understand why they cut it. Alright, now that we've gone through all the weapons and kind of talked about them for a while, let's hold it over in the parts of Hotel Claire that have some walkers, and we can test out these items. Editor GWD noticed that I did not tell you guys how to get these, so basically how do you get these is start up a new save and load up this import code that is shown on screen right now. That's it. Alright guys, there should be some walkers we can find around here. I say the first thing we try out though is this Burst Fire 9mm. Come here, walker. Let's test this thing out. Whoa, that thing is nice. Let's test it out long range. That worked pretty well, actually. I thought it would be more useful close range. Let's try using the handle. It's a little wonky, but it does help I feel like it does help if you learn it. Alright, let's get away from that walker for a second. I think the next weapon we should try out are the rainbow knives. Let's try this thing out. Okay. This feels almost like it's a night shift, but not at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Let's try out the classic throw. I missed. Let's try again. I think that was just a bad throw. Okay, I mean, it works pretty well. So I kind of see how that works. Let's try another kill. This thing is actually really nice. Works pretty well. Alright guys, I think it's now time that we try out the item that I'm most hyped up for, is the Professor, Orly's axe. Let's go for a clean decapitation. That felt way smoother than the normal fire axe, in my opinion. That worked pretty well. I like this thing. This thing seems actually really amazing. I like this more than the fire axe. It is way more practical than anything else I've ever used in this game that's like a two-hand thing. Now, let's try throwing it. Okay, didn't work well. Let's try again. That worked pretty well. For throwing, that was not too bad. Alright, for the next item, let's try out this weird chainsaw. Okay, first impressions, it cuts way smoother than any other chainsaw I've used. Yeah, that thing cuts really smooth. Let's see if it works right-handed. Works quite well right-hand. I don't know how I feel about this chainsaw. It seems pretty bad. And man, I just keep coming back for more and more with this axe. Let's see if we can use the end. Doesn't seem like you can. I don't think you can use the end on this one. Let's try it on this walker. Maybe we were just bad luck. Okay, you can use the end. Hey, what do you think you're doing? That thing shoots for way too long and way too fast. That was it from the knife. I'm gonna try to round up a few zombies and see how the professor, how fast this thing can mow them down. Let's see how fast this thing can mow them down. That was fast. Alright guys, now to be honest, I think that I really want to see how these things will perform with the bells. The music though, this music is terrifying. What? They're all flooding in from in there. Nah, this is crazy. Let's go on with the axe. Oh my god. Oh heck no. Oh heck no. Make it out of here, bro. They're flooding in.